Well, greetings to you all, friends. My name is Chaplain Matt Dinkins, and I serve as chaplain at Matthews Glen. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to visit the Axe corporate building in Pennsylvania. If you live outside of Pennsylvania, it's likely you have not, but for those who live in one of the Pennsylvania communities, maybe you have. At the entrance to the building, there is a Bible verse that is displayed in large letters. It's Micah 6:8, and it says this: What does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God? It's a great verse. You may know that one. It's quite famous. Micah wrote that to Israel. In the verses preceding that, Micah sort of created this courtroom scene, and Israel was on trial before God for being unfaithful to God after all the great things he had done for them and the ways he had stayed true to his covenant with them, and he sort of builds this case for how they had been unfaithful, and then went on to talk about all the ways that they could try to offer things to God that would make him happy. You know, all these great sacrifices and offerings. But then Micah sort of culminates that scene with that verse, Micah 6:8, and he says, all those things are great, and the Lord has been frustrated. You know what? But here's all you really need to do. This is what the Lord requires of you. Do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with your Lord. You know, I talked about the Acts corporate building earlier, and you may or may not know the history and the founding of the first Acts community. It's a great story. It involves a man named Reverend Richard Coons and his church at the time, the Church of the Open Door. It was in the 1970s. He visited the senior adults of his community at local nursing homes, and some were in their homes. Just did not feel that the conditions they were living in were adequate to what he would have wanted for them. So he went back to his church and he said, there has to be a better way that we can do this. And so he and the church decided to buy land behind their property and build the first Acts community, which offered the things that you know and enjoy in your communities, just quality environment, activities, healthcare, all those things. And that community is Fort Washington Estates today. It still exists, and of course many communities have come since then. But the Reverend Coons lived out this verse. He wanted to do justice. He saw that things were not right for the seniors of his church, and so he did something about it. He showed kindness. He loved kindness. He showed that to them by doing something kind for them and creating this community that would make their lives better. And he walked humbly with the Lord. He didn't do it for his gain. He didn't do it knowing that it would birth many more communities after it. He did it because he wanted to do, again, the right thing and follow what the Lord would want him to do. And so it's a powerful reminder of how these things matter. And this is what the Lord requires of us, to do these things. We can go to church and we can give an offering, and we can go to Bible study. We can do all those things, and they're important. But God's trying to say here, Micah was trying to say on behalf of God here, that those things are empty if we're not doing what the Lord requires of us. Do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our Lord. So friends, remember that today and in every day as you walk with the Lord. And I just thank you for hearing this, and I wish you all a blessed day.